Most people think there are only two options: stay trapped in a job for the next 30 years, or quit, start a business, and hope everything works out. But there's a third option. Use your job, use the income, experience, and opportunities it gives you to gradually build a life where working becomes optional. I've worked for the last 25 years. My job hasn't made me rich overnight, but it has helped me buy property, build an investment portfolio, and create a realistic path towards retiring earlier. In this video, I'll show you how normal working people can use their careers to build freedom, and the biggest mistake that keeps too many people dependent on their next wage forever. Your job isn't the enemy. Now, there's a growing amount of content online telling people to escape the 9 to 5. Quit your job, become an entrepreneur, build 7 different income streams. And if that's what you genuinely want to do, there's nothing wrong with it, nothing at all. But leaving a reliable income before you've built a financial foundation can create more pressure, not more freedom. Now, I don't believe your job is necessarily the problem. The problem is relying entirely on your job without using at least some of the money you earn to build assets outside of it. Your salary pays you once. An asset can potentially pay you repeatedly for the rest of your life. That asset might be a low-cost global index fund, a pension, a rental property, a business, or maybe a skill that helps you command a higher income. Your job is what gives you the money to start acquiring those assets. So maybe the goal shouldn't be to escape work straight away, immediately. Maybe the first goal should be to make work fund your eventual escape. My job gave me options. I've spent approximately 25 years working in electrical engineering and commissioning. I've worked in the UK and travelled abroad for long periods in places like Finland, Kazakhstan, Tunisia and Romania. It hasn't always been easy, to be honest. Working away means missing time at home with the people I love. Contracting can be uncertain, and the long hours and travel eventually take their toll, trust me. But my career has also given me something really valuable. A positive note, income that I could use to build options. I've used employment income to invest in property, contribute to my stocks and shares ISA and pension, and take selective risks in other investments. I haven't done everything perfectly, not even close. I've made plenty of mistakes, too many. I stopped investing when I was younger. I lost a large amount of money in 2011. I then kept around £70,000 in premium bonds for like 4 years, too long, because I was frightened of losing money again. That fear cost me years of potential investment growth. But the biggest lesson I've learned over the years is this: your job can provide the money, but you still need a plan for what happens to that money. Earning more is useful, yes. Keeping and investing more is what can eventually change your life. The salary trap. When most people begin earning more, something predictable happens every time. Well, most of the time. Their spending rises with their income. They upgrade the car. They take on a bigger mortgage, like we did back in 2013. They buy more expensive clothes. They start paying for things they previously managed without, they didn't really need. There is nothing wrong with enjoying your money. Life isn't meant to be one enormous exercise in delayed gratification, like some books or podcasts seem to push. But if every pay rise is immediately absorbed by a more expensive lifestyle creep, you can earn a very good salary and still have no real freedom. Someone earning £100,000 and spending £95,000 might be more dependent on their job than someone earning just £40,000 and steadily building assets. That is the salary trap. You appear successful from the outside, but you can't afford to stop. Your income has grown, but your freedom hasn't. That's why your salary isn't the final goal. The goal is to gradually convert part of your salary, of your income, into something you own, assets. Use your job in 4 ways. Here are 4 practical ways your job can help you build freedom. 1, use it to create a gap. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is where your future freedom begins. You don't need to live an awful life or remove everything you enjoy today. You simply need some of your income to remain yours at the end of each month. If you earn more, you'd spend every single penny. There's nothing left to invest. Start with an amount you can maintain. Even if that's £50, £100 a month, then try to increase it whenever your income increases. The habit matters before the amount becomes impressive. 2, Use it to build valuable skills. Your job doesn't only pay you in money, it can also pay you in experience. Over the years, I've built specialist knowledge in electrical engineering, commissioning, and project completion. That experience has helped me access better roles and negotiate higher contract rates. Ask yourself this: what skill could make me more valuable over the next 3 to 5 years? It could be a qualification, management experience, technical knowledge, sales, software, communication, or learning how to use LinkedIn properly. For example, increasing your income isn't about working every waking hour. Sometimes it's about making each hour of your workday more valuable. 3, use it to buy assets automatically. Don't rely on motivation every single month. Consider setting up an automatic investment shortly after payday. For a UK investor, this might be a regular contribution into a pension or stocks and shares ISA, depending on your circumstances. Imagine you invest £500 a month for 20 years at an illustrative average return of 8% a year. That could grow to approximately £295,000. Over 25 years, it could become around £476,000. Those returns aren't guaranteed. Markets will fall as well as rise, and fees and inflation will affect the real value. But the example shows what can happen when a normal monthly salary is consistently converted into investments. You don't necessarily need one enormous breakthrough, one big win. You need a repeatable system. Get paid, invest, repeat. 4, use it to reduce your dependence on work. Every asset you build reduces the amount your future self might need to earn. A pension could help fund your later retirement. An ISA could help bridge the period before you access your pension. Rental income, another one, might cover part of your expenses. Paying down debt could reduce the income you need every single month. A side business could eventually give you another source of income. Hopefully you get the point. None of these needs to replace your full salary tomorrow. Initially, they only need to begin moving you in the right direction. Before we talk about financial freedom, this video, as always, doesn't contain any financial advice. What freedom actually looks like. Financial freedom doesn't have to mean sitting on a beach somewhere at 40 with millions in the bank. It could mean reducing your hours, rejecting a job you hate or leaving it, taking several months away from work, choosing projects based on interest rather than desperation, helping your children out, retiring at 55 instead of 68, or simply sleeping better because one unexpected bill won't destroy your finances. That last one matters more than people like to admit. Money isn't only about buying more things. It can buy breathing space. It can give you choices. And for me, that is the real purpose of building wealth. The 3-stage plan. I think normal working people can approach this in 3 stages. Stage 1, earn more. Improve your skills. Become more visible. And look for opportunities that pay you what your experience is worth. That doesn't always mean leaving your employer. It might mean applying for a promotion, gaining a qualification, negotiating your salary, or moving into a more valuable area of your industry. Stage 2, invest more. As your income grows, send part of that increase towards assets before lifestyle inflation kicks in. If you receive a £300 monthly pay rise, you don't have to invest all of it. Maybe you enjoy £150, invest the other £150. You improve your life today while also improving your future. Stage 3, retire earlier. Eventually, your investments might reach a point where they can cover some or potentially all of your living costs. That's when work starts becoming optional. Earn more, invest more, retire earlier, potentially. That's the direction I'm taking this channel because these subjects shouldn't be separated. It's difficult to invest more if you can't earn enough. And earning more won't create freedom if you never invest the difference. You need both parts working together. Summary. A job probably won't make most people rich on its own, but used properly, it can give you the money, skills and opportunities needed to become free. So don't just work for your salary, use your salary to build your exit. In the next video, we're going to look at why trying to escape work too quickly can actually set you back big time, and the financial foundation you should build before you even consider leaving. It's called Stop Trying to Escape Work Before You Do This. Pick that video now, the next one in this 10-part playlist, because it's the next stage in building your own route from employment to financial freedom. And if you want to follow the complete journey, save this playlist. Earn more, invest more, retire earlier, potentially.